I became a member of the Labour Party through the Labour League of Youth when I was 14 in 1954. So that means I've been a member of the Labour Party for 65 years. I was a candidate in 1974 in North Somerset, and not surprisingly that area which surrounded Bath and then Bristol, the very large meeting in the Colston Hall holding 2,000 odd people, I was asked without any preparation to fill in because the Harold Wilson had taken far too long to get from Cardiff to Bristol, and someone had to fill in, and I had to give off the peg speech to that number of people, and that really was something I look back at. I've been a parliamentary candidate 5 times, a county council candidate probably 8 or 9 times, a district council candidate, that'll be about 20 times, and what's even worse is in all of those I've never ever voted for a parliamentary candidate who's won. I've never voted for a county councillor who's won, and I've never voted for a district councillor who's won. So my record in the Labour Party has been the greatest failure, I think. North Dorset, which is not now in existence because of the change to Unity Authority, actually sold virtually anything they had, so they kept the council tax as low as possible, and they provided little or no service. In fact, the only services they did provide in the end were the statutory ones, the ones they were forced to by law to carry out. And so we had nothing at all when we joined the rest of Dorset and the Unity Council, anything to offer. And so our council tax jumped phenomenally from something about Band D was about £110 up to £190 odd, and with no facilities. There is a great crisis going on that people aren't really noticing, and that's education. Our schools have been divided by academies, much of them failing, and frankly we need desperately to go back to a situation where we have a local education committee, elected education committee, so that we can really give our children the very best chance and not have competition between the schools that academisation actually does. I'm always optimistic about the Labour Party, and although everything shows towards it'll be a hung parliament, I think our influence, if not our power, will be enough to change this country. The one thing, and this is where Boris is all to hell, he hasn't had the experience, and he's speaking about things that he's either been told or read. You speak about your experiences and no one can catch you out. I say the same when, my staff used to be applying for jobs elsewhere, and they'd come and say, I'm a bit nervous, what do I do? And I said, you just talk about the things you've done. So that if someone wants to ask you a smart-ass question, you can actually say, no, I actually did this.